Here's another AR build, and this one here is in the 223 or the 5.65. And this is kind of like my personal take on it with features I like. Most of the rifles out there have the flat top receivers, and you can either put your sights, optic sights on there, or what I do is mount those inexpensive carry handle sights with A2 sights. So I just went and on this build used the A2 receiver. So I got an A2 receiver and a rear sight, which that costs a little more, but that's kind of what I wanted. So I went with the A2 receiver. And another thing, I used Magpul furniture on this, other than the pistol grip. A lot of your custom pistol grips or aftermarket ones, this is standard A2. I guess the grip angle is straighter because I was looking at different ones. I like the A2 grip. Okay, so I left it on there. And I went with Magpul has 3 or 4 different types of these carbine buttstocks. I put one type on my 6.8 build, and this one here I got because it was just a different one. I wanted to try it out. And the thing about it, it's got the release lever back up in here, so you don't hit it. The ones down here you can hit it and move it around. This one kind of puts it up here, and it doesn't have any compartments or anything because I didn't need it. It has the hole to mount the quick detach sling point, but with Magpuls you have to buy that little thing and screw it in there, where on that Leapers UTG that's already in there. It's not an extra option. Everything with Magpul, other than the basic thing, you have to buy extra. I mean, it's quality stuff. This locks up better, tighter. I just wanted to try this buttstock out. And I like the fact that your standard Colt style, doesn't have the support. That's where they added this in there. And I found I like that better too on the Magpuls with it. Now for the barrel, I went with I think it's Delton heavy barrel. I like the mid-length gas tube. I like the stocks, mid-length. I like the longer sight radius, and plus you got a little bit longer gas tube other than the rifle, which I kind of like the mid-length system better than the carbine system. Most of the guns are an M4 style with a flat top receiver and a carbine length system, and I kind of got tired of it. I wanted something different, so I went with Delton, and this is a heavy barrel. So this gun's a little bit, this ain't a light gun, this is heavy. It's got a heavy barrel, chrome line, and I went with a 1-in-9 twist rate. I kind of found if you're using the standard 55 and 62 grain bullets, it's pretty cool. The chrome lining, it's kind of like, chrome lining's easier to clean. A lot of people argue that the chrome line barrel, while it's more durable and easier to clean, is not as accurate as one that is not chrome lined and treated some other way. And you could go online and people argue to point one way or the other. So I got it chrome lined just to see accuracy wise, if because I had some that weren't chrome lined. I know what it was, and I just want to see if the accuracy is any different. And also I had this Magpul Handguard. This is one of their newer styles. And what this is, other than that big round, this is kind of like oval shape. That's like flat on the sides, round on the top. I forget which type this is. And you could mount, they have accessories to mount here. I don't know if you could mount rails or lights or whatever. I guess in these larger slots, because they're here They're over here, and then again on the bottom. I guess this is where you mount things on this particular style of handguard. And also on this here, be aware, because when I got this barrel, I put this all together, this barrel had the old triangular plate behind the front sight there. Well, this Magpul Handguard only works with the round style. And of course, you know, I had to go and cut notches into this thing and modify it to get it to work. And then you use a standard delta ring, which that kind of goes in there and snaps over it. And the only other thing about this is this does cover the lower part of your gas block. If you had a sling swivel on there, you have to grind that rivet off and take it off to get this handguard to fit on. This particular barrel came just a barrel. There was no front sight assembly, the little post, detent and spring, and there was no sling swivel already attached. It was never riveted on there, so I didn't have to cut it off. So that's something, if you're going to go with this, this is a MOESL handguard, be aware of that. Make sure that you got the round sheet metal cap behind there, and you're going to have to take your sling swivel off. So before you run out and buy one of these, you know, make sure that's what you want to do. Okay? And what's neat about this is what eventually I'll do is get the probably the Magpul sling system, and then there's something that you'd attach here for the front, you know, on this side over in here. That's your 1 point, and then I'll get the little adapter back into stock for the quick detach, and you can always loop the sling around, use it as a single point to this or a 2 point system. So that's another accessory in the future. And of course I topped it off with this weird flash suppressor. I think it's a Yankee Hill. Any gun I build for myself, I usually put some kind of a unique muzzle brake on there, kind of just to make it mine, or it's my specified, it's my build. So that looks pretty cool. It's a neat looking gun. I kind of like the feel of it. I like, you know, that's why I got these different Magpul handguards in stock. Plus I wanted to try out, Magpul makes like 2 or 3 different butt stocks, and I kind of wanted to try them out and see which one I like the best. I may go and get, they have one with a little compartment for the batteries in the back here, like a little box. Like that other one I have on the 300 Blackout, you know, where they got the tubes where you can put round, like, I guess AA batteries or something in there, and it's waterproof. They have another one for the little flat round ones, which I use on that optic sight. I may get that, but the Magpul stocks, you know, they got a couple different ones. Like I said, you can get, if you feel like that other UTG one, I like the cheek wheel on it, but I think you can buy things to where you could, on the Magpuls, where you can beef up that cheek wheel probably for an optic sight. So this is my little interesting AR. Basically, to my personal taste, of all the features I like. A2 Upper, mid-length gas system, and it's just something interesting I'm going to try out. I'm going to try to do some accuracy with some hand loads in the 223 with this. And again, I found Hornet A bullets work great, and I got some that I'm going to try out when I do some reloading for this gun.